Amy, how are you? It's your beloved Art! I can't believe it's been 4 years since then. Time really flies, doesn't it? But honestly, when I think about the time we spent together, our love, all those moments, it feels like the years don't really matter. 4 years isn't that long compared to what we had. So, here's some big news. I'm coming back to my hometown soon. It's been a long time, hasn't it? This time, though, I've made some changes. I've ended things with the woman I was seeing, and now I'm free to finally be with you. There's no more holding back, no more worries. I can't wait to see you again, Amy. You don't know how much I've missed you. The thought of eating your home-cooked meals again makes me so happy, I can hardly stand it. Seriously, it's making it hard for me to sleep at night just knowing that soon we'll be together again. And now about the move, don't worry, it's not that much. I only have 5 boxes of stuff, and I've already shipped them to your apartment. I've used a delivery service, so they should be there tomorrow. Can you make sure to accept the delivery when it arrives? I'm sure it'll get to you on time, no problem. And I'll be arriving tomorrow as well. Once I'm there, we can finally be together again in our love nest. I can't wait to pick up where we left off, to share all those little moments again, and to be with you like we used to be. It's gonna be so amazing to have you all to myself again. So, Amy, get ready. I'm on my way, and I can't wait to see you. Why? The apartment is gone! Our love nest has disappeared! Where are you?
Art?
Ah, Amy! Finally, you responded! Why didn't you reply until now?
Well, I couldn't check my phone because of my situation. Wait, I'm pretty sure I blocked you right after we broke up, so why are you messaging me?
I changed my phone number a while ago, so the number is changed!
Oh, I see. But what was with all those confusing sentences you kept sending me?
That's not important right now. Your apartment is gone. What's going on? I'm sure I didn't make a mistake with the address, and the surrounding scenery hasn't changed much, but only our love nest is gone.
Hold on. Can you calm down for a second? I just read your message from yesterday again. Are you saying you're at the address of the apartment I used to live in?
Huh? The one from before?
I moved out of there a long time ago.
What?
And I heard that the landlord tore that building down, so it's supposed to be a parking lot now.
No way! Then where's my stuff?
Your stuff?
Didn't you read my message? I sent my things to this address.
Well, in that case, maybe it was returned to the sender due to an unknown address, and they've got the delivery agreement or something.
No! What are you talking about? I sent it to you! It's your responsibility to find my stuff!
I don't know what to say here. I think it was wrong to send it without checking with me first.
I see. I understand now. So that's why you were ignoring my messages yesterday. You didn't want to take responsibility, and now you're trying to avoid it, right?
I told you I couldn't check my phone. I think you can see that I haven't even read the messages until just now.
Come on, there's no way you couldn't check your phone for that long.
Well, it happened, so what can I do?
Whatever! Find my stuff already! And what about where I'm gonna stay tonight? Where am I supposed to sleep? Or you could just come pick me up.
Why don't you just go to a net cafe near the station? With $50, you should be fine.
I don't have that much money.
What?
I barely managed to get here by selling a few things to cover transportation costs. I've only got about $2 left in my wallet.
What's with your finances?
What else can I do? The girl I was living with until recently went and found herself another guy, took all the money, and left me.
Oh, wow.
Because of that, I couldn't pay rent and got kicked out of the apartment, so I came all the way here thinking I'd get back with you. But you just moved without any notice.
I'm not obligated to report to my ex about moving.
Stop making excuses and just come pick me up.
Not happening.
Why?
Because I'm on an overseas trip with my family.
Huh?
That's why I couldn't check your messages yesterday. When you're on an international flight, you have to turn your phone off.
Wait, you're going with your family? Who are you with? You don't like overseas trips? You always said that.
I'm with my husband and kids when we're on a family vacation. I never had any intention of getting involved, but now I'm stuck in another country, so it's impossible anyway.
Wait, you got married?
Yes.
And you've got kids? When did this happen?
4 years ago.
You were cheating on me, weren't you?
What?
You always blamed me for cheating, but you were the one who cheated on me!
I met my husband a year after we broke up at a matchmaking party.
What? We broke up 4 years ago! The timing overlaps perfectly, doesn't it?
Look,
Apologize. Apologize to me, and we'll get back together.
we broke up 6 years ago.
What?
We broke up when you had just graduated from university, a little over a year ago when you were 23. How old are you now?
29?
29 minus 23 is...
Wait, what?
So there, that clears up your doubts. Isn't it obvious now?
No, wait, my stuff! Don't try to change the subject by confusing me with the years. That's a cheap trick.
I was just explaining that I'm not at fault here.
Just find my stuff. It's all I have left.
Then call the delivery company and ask them.
I don't even remember which company I used.
What? How could that be?
I got the slip from a local shop and used that to send it. I thought you would be the one to receive it, so I didn't need to keep the slip.
You didn't throw it away, did you?
Hey, where's my stuff?
I don't know. I told you. You'll have to call every delivery company you can think of and ask them. If the address is incorrect, the delivery company should be the one to call, right?
I wrote your phone number on both the sender and recipient parts.
What? Why didn't I get any calls about that? Maybe you wrote the wrong number.
I sent it to you! Take some responsibility for it!
I didn't check with you before sending it, so this is on you. And honestly, after 6 years, don't you think it's a bit obvious that I might have moved? I could be married by now. You should have considered that.
I thought it was 4 years ago!
Whether it was 4 or 6, it doesn't change anything.
I thought you'd wait for me forever. You betrayed my love and trust.
You betrayed me first. Remember when you said, I don't want a woman in her 20s, they're all going bad. I want someone younger. Who was it who switched to an 18-year-old right after high school?
I wasn't there anymore. I've come back reborn to face you again.
Oh, you are so annoying. You're the one who got all worked up, sent the stuff, and went to the apartment ruins. I'm just dealing with the fallout.
That's because I love you.
My husband and kids are here, so goodbye.
Wait!
I'm blocking you because you're too annoying.
Wait, no, Amy, please. You can't block me like this. You just can't.
I'm sorry, but I've moved on. I have a family now, Art. I can't keep dealing with this.
What do you mean you've moved on? You can't just throw me away.
I've made my choice, Art. I found someone who cares for me and my kids. I'm happy now, and I don't want you to be a part of my life anymore.
What? You found someone else to replace me?
It's not about replacing you. It's about moving forward. I'm with someone who respects me and is willing to help me build a future.
No, you can't just leave me like this. You owe me, Amy. You owe me everything.
You really think I owe you? After all the pain and lies, the betrayal, you think I owe you anything?
Yes, you owe me a second chance.
You had your chance, Art. You blew it.
I don't know what to do now. I'm stranded here with nothing.
That's on you. You've burned all your bridges.
I can't believe you're doing this. You've turned into someone completely different.
And you've stayed the same, Art. Selfish, demanding, and never taking responsibility.
I'm not like that anymore. I changed, I swear.
No, you haven't. You'll never change. You just want to keep taking without giving anything in return.
But I love you. I swear I do.
You can say you love me all you want, but your actions speak louder than words. I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore. I thought it was such an annoying message, especially the beginning part. I didn't really think much of it, but when I asked my friends about it, they said it was called a Romeo message or Romeo mail. So that's what it's called, huh? I see now. After that message, it seems like things escalated, and there was that whole situation involving a police report. Apparently, my ex-boyfriend started to show up around the area near the old apartment in the residential neighborhood and began ringing doorbells randomly, asking, "Has my package arrived?" Now, for me, being overseas in a completely different time zone, it was daytime when I found out, but due to the time difference, it was night in the US, and can you imagine if a stranger just came barging in shouting, "Package!" and stormed into your place? Even during the daytime, that would be pretty concerning, but at night? Yeah, no wonder the police were called. I can't blame them at all. So, of course, the neighbors got scared and the situation quickly turned into a mess. The police were called in and a report was filed because this guy, without any warning, started causing a scene in a very public and disturbing way. I mean, if it had happened at night, especially with the way he was acting, it was absolutely reasonable for someone to be worried. People would think it's some sort of emergency or that something suspicious was happening, and I can see why it triggered a response like that. A little while after all of this went down, I got a call from the police myself. They asked me about what had happened, and I explained the whole situation to them. Once I told them the details, they seemed to understand, and thankfully that was the end of it. They didn't need anything else from me after that. It wasn't like I had anything to do with what he was doing, so once I gave my side, everything wrapped up smoothly. To be honest, after all that, I have no idea what happened to him. I haven't heard anything about him at all, not a peep. It's like he vanished off the face of the earth. No updates, no messages, no calls, just gone. It's honestly a little strange considering how involved he was in all of that, but maybe he learned his lesson or just moved on, who knows. But looking back at it now, I can't help but wonder if he ever thought about how his actions could affect other people. I mean, randomly showing up and ringing doorbells, causing a scene in a residential neighborhood? That's crossing a line, and it's not just about the message he sent me anymore. It's about his behavior. I don't think he realized the kind of trouble he was creating for everyone around him. It wasn't just embarrassing for him, it was inconvenient and unsettling for everyone involved, especially those poor neighbors who had no idea who this guy was or why he was making such a scene. The worst part was, I didn't even know what the heck he was talking about. What package was he referring to? I didn't have any knowledge of anything being sent to him or anything that could explain his strange, frantic behavior. I mean, he didn't even bother reaching out to me directly to clarify anything. Instead, he decided to show up and act like a madman, hoping that someone would understand his bizarre and cryptic response. If anything, he probably just made the whole situation worse, and now I was the one dealing with it. It's honestly a relief that I didn't have to get too involved after the police interview. Once they understood the context, everything seemed to quiet down, but I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't been in touch with them or had any idea of what was going on. I mean, how could I have known? The guy was acting out of the blue, and for all I knew, it could have been some kind of prank or miscommunication. It could have gone so much worse if I hadn't been able to explain things calmly and clearly. As for what happened to him after that, I really don't care to know. He's just someone from my past now, and whatever mess he got himself into afterwards is none of my business. If he learned anything from this experience, that's great, but that's not my responsibility to make sure he does. I've moved on with my life, and I'm not going to let some ridiculous episode from the past drag me down. This whole kind of thing has faded into memory at this point, but I'll never forget the strange feeling of waking up to that situation. A random message from someone turning into a bigger mess than I could have ever expected. And the funny thing is, the whole thing could have been avoided if he had just been honest and direct instead of acting out in such a dramatic way. But hey, that's his problem, not mine. Looking back now, I do have to laugh a little at how absurd it all was. It's kind of funny how things like this can just explode out of nowhere, and you're left trying to make sense of it all. But then again, that's life, isn't it? Full of surprises, some of which are completely ridiculous and completely unnecessary. I guess all I can do is shake my head and move on. And if he ever shows up again with another package or another message, I'll be ready. But for now, it's just one more strange chapter in the book of my life that I can look back on and laugh about. It's really strange to think that something so small like a message could turn into something so big. It wasn't even a situation that needed to escalate the way it did. I mean, at the end of the day, all he had to do was ask calmly or just give it some time instead of showing up like he did. It's almost like he couldn't even fathom how his actions could affect anyone else, and now here we are with a completely out-of-control situation. It kind of makes me wonder about how some people handle their emotions. Do they even realize how they look when they go off the rails like that? Maybe they think they're in control, or maybe they just get so wrapped up in their own feelings that they can't see the bigger picture. Whatever the case, it's definitely a lesson for me. When you have a problem, the last thing you should do is create a bigger problem for everyone else. I've heard people say that sometimes we all need to learn the hard way, and maybe that's what happened here. He probably thought his actions would get him something, closure, answers, I don't know. But in the end, it just made everything worse. Sometimes the best way to handle a situation is to take a step back, breathe, and really think before you do anything that could blow up in your face. But again, that's something I don't need to worry about anymore. It's in the past, and I've moved on. Maybe this guy will figure it out eventually, maybe not. All I know is I'm not going to lose any more sleep over it. If I've learned anything, it's that things like this are just a part of life, and they happen for a reason. Sometimes you don't even realize the lesson you're learning in the moment, but looking back, you can see it so clearly. The funny thing is, though, despite everything that happened, it almost felt like a wake-up call for me in a way. Not that I was emotionally affected or anything. No, that ship sailed long time ago. But it made me realize how sometimes the most unpredictable situations can have a ripple effect. Even though this wasn't a life-altering event or anything that dramatically changed my life, it made me reflect on how things work in relationships and what kind of people they involve. You can't always anticipate what someone will do when things go wrong, but you can control your reaction to it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Emma, it's been a while. Hey, are you there? This is my new phone number, so you haven't blocked me, right?
Who is this?
Oh, come on, it's Randy. You know, your future boyfriend.
Randy, I've rejected your confession more times than I can count. And seriously, we haven't seen each other since college. How do you even have the nerve to say something like that?
Emma, I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's get married.
What?
I mean it. Recently, I've finally started earning a decent income.
Oh, so you're no longer living the neat lifestyle?
Exactly! I worked hard, Emma! And now, with my newfound success, you can finally live your dream as a carefree, stay-at-home wife!
Well, I'll admit it's a step forward that you're working now. But you know, I'm already engaged to someone else.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how it is. Sorry.
Hold on. What's his salary?
What?
And does he plan to make you keep working after you're married? If his income is lower than mine and he can't afford to let you be a stay-at-home wife, maybe you should reconsider and marry me instead.
Yeah, no. I'm not about to share his income details. That's personal. But just so you know, I plan to keep working after marriage, and it's my decision.
Wait, what? That's terrible!
Why do you think that?
Come on, Emma. You say it's your decision, but isn't it really because your fiancé doesn't earn enough to let you quit? Let's be honest, he's probably broke, isn't he? And you're too embarrassed to admit it.
I'm not embarrassed. In fact, his income isn't something I'm ashamed of at all. And like I said, I want to work because I enjoy my career. My fiancé respects that.
You don't have to pretend.
Randy, seriously.
Yeah?
If you're going to bring up this ridiculous comparison between you and my fiancé, shouldn't you at least reveal your own salary? I can't even make a judgment without that information.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Though I'll tell you right now, it's not going to change my mind, just to be clear.
No way, you'll definitely change your mind. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But keep in mind, I only started working 3 months ago after leaving the neat life. So here it is, my monthly salary. Are you ready? Drum roll, please.
I could do without the theatrics.
No fun. Okay, here goes. My monthly salary is a whopping $1,200. What? Impressive, right? With this, you can finally live a luxurious life as a stay-at-home wife.
1,200?
Yup.
You're serious?
Of course.
So you're actually serious?
What's the matter? Are you stunned by how amazing I am?
I mean, I'm stunned, but for different reasons.
I knew it. I'm that good, huh?
No, it's just... that's really low.
Huh?
Look, I'm not trying to insult you. It's great that you've finally become independent and stopped relying on your parents. That's an important step, but...
But what? What's the problem?
It's not a problem, per se. It's just painfully obvious that you have no idea what average incomes or living expenses look like in the real world.
Oh, come on. My dad told me his first paycheck was around the same amount.
Yeah, but wasn't that, like, 30 years ago? Do you have any idea how much the cost of living has risen since then? And let me ask you this, can you even live on $1,200 a month?
Of course, I budget carefully and I manage to spend just about all of it every month.
So, you're saying you have no room to save any money?
Savings? Not exactly, no.
If your hypothetical wife became a stay-at-home partner, you'd be covering expenses for 2 people with that $1,200. On top of that, you'd need to save a significant amount each month for the future. It's pretty clear that $1,200 wouldn't cut it.
The future? Like when we have kids?
Exactly. Think about it. More groceries, higher utility bills, and education costs. Your salary doesn't support the kind of lifestyle you're imagining.
So it all comes down to money, huh?
Money isn't everything, but it's a pretty big part of being able to live comfortably. Marriage isn't just a fantasy, it's a practical commitment.
All right, fine. What about you and your fiancé then? Are you making enough to talk down to me like this?
Yes, for one thing, I'm earning more than you, and my fiancé earns more than I do.
What?
His income alone could support us, but these days you never know what might happen. That's why we've agreed to keep working together to build a stable future. Besides, I love my job, so I have no intention of quitting.
So, you don't even want to be a stay-at-home wife?
Not really, no.
Oh, well that changes everything. I guess I don't need to work hard anymore.
Wait, what?
Here's an idea. You keep working and I'll be the stay-at-home spouse.
Excuse me?
If you're earning enough for both of us, there's no point in me working, right?
Are you serious right now?
Absolutely. I'll quit my part-time job and focus on supporting you at home.
Wait, part-time job? You're not even a full-time employee? And you're proposing to me with that? Hold on, Randy, hello? Are you even listening? Don't just leave me on red. Randy, did you just put down your phone and stop talking to me? How did it come to this? Didn't you read the message from earlier?
Emma, I just quit my part-time job. I got notifications multiple times after that, but are you really that happy about marrying me? I don't need to read it. I already know what's in your heart. I already know.
Read it carefully.
Okay, fine. I get it. Hey, seriously?
That's what it is.
That's just cruel! You went on and on about how happy you were when we got engaged!
No. I was just giving an example that if your monthly salary is $1,200, having your wife stay at home as a full-time housewife is unrealistic. You're so dependent on your family's financial support, and you think it'll just magically work out?
But with your earnings, we could make it work!
Well, I've already turned down your proposal.
If there's love, money doesn't matter, right?
No, that's not the case. That love you're talking about, it was never there between us to begin with.
What are you saying? No way! That's impossible!
I've said it before and I'll say it again. There was never any real love between us. I might have liked you, but it wasn't love in the way you're imagining. It's not that I didn't care about you, but it was never the deep, meaningful connection that you're looking for.
You're so persistent! I turned down your proposal, so why can't you understand that? Why do you keep trying to convince me otherwise?
Also, my fiancé wants to tell you something.
Wait, he's here?
Don't mess with my precious woman, you jerk.
What? My brother?
Yeah, my fiancé is your younger brother, Frank. Your family, who's all about the firstborn, treated him terribly because he was the second son. They kicked him out of the house when he finished middle school. That Frank.
You're lying! That Frank who only graduated middle school is making more than me? No way!
He's not a high school dropout anymore.
Huh?
He worked while attending a night school, and with the money he earned, he finished college. Now he's working at a big company with a position of responsibility.
No way!
It's completely true. While you were living off your parents, doing nothing, Frank worked hard and kept moving forward with his own strength, and that's how he is today. I admire Frank's attitude, and I've decided to support him for the rest of my life.
Wait! You're being deceived! There's no way! That piece of trash Frank is not good enough to be your husband. I, the firstborn, am clearly better than some useless second son. Don't you agree?
You still don't get it, do you? Frank doesn't have the luxury of relying on other people to support him. He's the one who made his own future, and you're the one who's still stuck in the past. You still believe in some outdated idea of what it means to be a man, when the firstborn should always be in charge and the second son should just follow. That's not how life works anymore. I know that people like you with such outdated ways of thinking are completely incompatible with me, so goodbye.
No! You can't just walk away from me! I'll make you regret this. You'll see!
I don't think so. I've made up my mind, and there's nothing you can say or do to change that. I'm done with all the baggage you carry around. I'll be happy with Frank, and I don't care what you think about it. Your opinions don't matter to me anymore.
Wait! I will never accept this! Never!
You're the one that won't accept things. Frank and I have built something solid together, while you've just been coasting along with no plan. You had your chance, and you wasted it. I'm sorry, but I'm moving forward with my life.
You've got to be kidding me! This is ridiculous!
No, this is reality. You can keep living in your fantasy world, but Frank and I are out here living our real lives. And that's the difference, isn't it?
But Frank is just... He's nothing! You're throwing away your future with someone like him!
I don't think you understand what you're saying. Frank is a hard-working, independent man. He didn't rely on anyone, not even his own parents, to get where he is today. That's something you could never do. You're just too comfortable in your own little bubble to see the truth.
I'll show you! You'll regret this, I swear!
No, I don't think I will. I don't regret a single thing. I'm happy with Frank, and I am proud of him. We're going to make it, and nothing you say is going to change that.
Wait! You're making a huge mistake!
I'm not making any mistakes. You're the one who's been stuck in the past, clinging to outdated beliefs and thinking you can control everything. Well, I'm done with it. Frank and I are moving on, and you can't stop us.
You can't just forget about everything we had! What we had meant something, didn't it? You're throwing it all away for someone you barely know!
What we had? That wasn't love. It was just a series of expectations that I never asked for. You expected me to be someone I'm not, and now you expect me to stay in something that doesn't make sense anymore? But you don't understand. You never did.
You're wrong. You're wrong about all of this. You'll realize one day that you made a mistake.
Maybe. But I'll be fine, and Frank and I will be happy. It's time for me to live my own life, free from all the burdens you've put on me.
You're so cold. This isn't how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to stay with me.
It was never supposed to be like this. You created a fantasy world where everything worked out according to your plan, but it never did. Now you have to face the consequences of your own decisions.
I can't believe this. You've really made your decision, haven't you?
Yes, I've made my decision, and I'm not going back. You can't change it. No one can. Randy's part-time job seemed to have been something that his parents, concerned about their own future and income, had arranged for him. They wanted him to work for a company owned by an acquaintance with the idea that one day he could transition to a full-time permanent position. This plan was meant to provide some financial security for his future and, in their eyes, ensure that he would be able to support himself as he grew older. They were looking to safeguard both their own old age and his, hoping his job would give him a stable income stream that would eventually allow him to live independently, without needing to rely on them for support as they got older. However, Randy did not share his parents' vision. Despite the opportunity, Randy decided, quite abruptly, to quit the job he had been doing. It wasn't just that he left the job. He didn't even give much thought to the consequences of his actions. He quit without consulting anyone, and within no time he was back to his old habits, unemployed and living off of his parents, essentially reverting to a state of dependency. The plan that his parents had carefully laid out for him was in tatters. Their hopes for his future, which had seemed so promising when he started the job, were dashed in an instant. Randy's decision to quit and return to his previous lifestyle meant that their concerns about his well-being had only grown stronger. At the same time, the situation with Randy forced his parents to take a closer look at Frank, Randy's younger brother, and his life choices. They had heard about Frank's current situation and felt a sense of urgency. Frank had managed to build a life for himself, having overcome the challenges of growing up in a family where he had often been neglected, especially compared to Randy. He had worked hard, developed independence, and successfully made a name for himself without relying on their help. This was something Randy had never been able to do, and their frustration with him grew as they saw Frank's achievements. Seeing how Frank had turned his life around, they turned their attention to him in the hope that he might be the one to help them in their later years. Believing that Frank would be the one to take care of them when they needed it most, Randy's parents showed up at Frank's apartment unannounced. They had not informed Frank of their plans, and their sudden visit seemed to be an attempt to pressure him into offering them the help they desperately needed. However, Frank was one step ahead. A few years earlier, he had made the decision to leave that apartment behind, cutting ties with the people who had not supported him through his struggles. In a deliberate move, Frank had withheld his current address from his parents, so when they arrived at the apartment, it was no longer his home. This turned out to be a fortunate decision for Frank. His parents had no idea where he lived now, and their attempts to track him down proved fruitless. The only means by which they could have contacted Frank was through his cell phone number, but even that had been changed. Frank had severed all forms of communication with his parents, choosing to move forward with his life without them in it. The decision to change his phone number was the final step in completely cutting ties. Frank knew that by doing this, he could move on without the burden of his parents' expectations and demands. It was his way of ensuring that he would not fall into the same pattern of dependency and disappointment that had plagued his relationship with Randy. After making a clean break from his past, Frank eventually settled down, got married, and took on a new surname, Mine. This was a significant change for him, as it symbolized not only his new life, but the fresh start that he had been longing for. As he embraced this new chapter in his life, he also moved in with my parents, with whom he now shares a home. The relationship he shares with my father in particular is something truly special. My father and Frank bonded over shared hobbies, and their connection grew stronger with each passing day. It wasn't just about being in the same household, it was about genuinely enjoying each other's company and sharing common interests. They would often spend hours together discussing everything from books to films to music, and their conversations were filled with laughter and excitement. It was clear that Frank had finally found a place where he could thrive both personally and emotionally. My father, who had always been a strong support for me, was now giving Frank the same sense of encouragement and care that he had given me throughout my life. Frank, who had once felt neglected and alone, now had a family that truly understood him and welcomed him with open arms. It was a far cry from the situation he had experienced with his own parents, who had only ever seen him as a means to their own end, someone who could eventually care for them when they no longer were able to manage on their own. In many ways, Frank's life had come full circle. What had once been a story of hardship and neglect was now one of growth and happiness. He had gone from being the overlooked and underappreciated younger brother to being someone who was not only independent, but also a beloved member of a family that cherished him. The contrast between him and Randy could not have been more apparent, and Frank's success in creating a fulfilling life for himself served as a silent reminder to Randy of what could have been. It was a stark reflection of how their paths had diverged. Randy still clinging to his past mistakes and dependence on his parents, and Frank, who had moved on to a brighter future with a supportive family by his side. And as Frank continues to live with my parents, I see him grow even more. It's a life I'm proud to be a part of, watching as he builds a future not just for himself, but as someone who has found a true sense of belonging and peace. The transformation from the lonely, abandoned brother to the happy, engaged man he is today is something I will always hold dear. And I feel fortunate that he's now part of my family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Allison, where are you right now? What's going on with the divorce papers on the table? What are you trying to do here? Is Sally with you as well? Are you with her? Because I can't find her anywhere inside the house. Allison, I can see that you've read my messages. I know you saw them. You need to reply to me right now.
All right, I get it. Calm down. I'll answer your questions now. So about the divorce papers, that's exactly what you think it is. And yes, Sally's here with me too. So there's no need for you to be worried about her anymore.
That's not an answer. You're still avoiding the important question I've been asking you. Where are you? I need to know the exact address. Where are you two right now?
I'm not telling you. There's no reason for me to share that.
So, why do you want a divorce? What's the reason behind it? Why did you take Sally without even telling me, without any explanation?
Okay, let me get straight to the point. The truth is, Sally isn't your child.
What do you mean by that? What are you saying?
Sally is actually Brad's child. She's mine and Brad's child.
Brad?
Yeah, Brad. You know, the one from your university. He was in the same department as you. He was my ex-boyfriend. Brad. You know the one.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious right now? Are you telling me that for the past 7 years, ever since we got married, you've been hiding this from me? You've been carrying on some kind of secret relationship with Brad all this time?
Please don't misunderstand. I need you to hear me out clearly. Dave, Brad left for America 6 years ago, but before he left, the last night he was here, we met up. It was a reunion after all those years, and it was on that night that Sally was conceived.
Wait a minute. You're saying that all of this happened after we were already married? After we made this commitment to each other?
Yes, that's right. It's true. But you know what? At this point, it really doesn't matter anymore. We've decided to separate, so everything that happened before or during our marriage, it doesn't change anything now.
So you're saying you're trying to get back together with Brad now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's exactly it. Brad has been very successful over in America. He's coming back to Japan now, and he's made quite a name for himself. He didn't have any money back when we were together, and that's why he couldn't propose to me back then. But now, after all this time, he's established himself. He's got everything. With the success he's achieved, he can offer both Sally and me a life that's much better than the one we've been living with you. That's why it's only fair, it's only right that Sally goes with her real father now.
So you're gonna be with Brad again. You're just gonna leave everything behind. And you expect me to just accept all of this without any proper discussion? Look, we need to sit down and have a proper conversation about all of this. Only after we talk things through should we decide if we're really going to get a divorce. You can't just make that decision on your own.
I don't want to talk anymore. Nothing's going to change. We can talk all we want, but I've already made up my mind. There's no point.
Come on, at least tell me where you are. You've got to tell me that, right? I just need to know where you are. You can't keep hiding from me like this.
No, I'm not telling you. I won't tell you where I am.
Don't just ignore me. This is serious.
Listen, just make sure you submit the divorce papers. Don't waste any more time. I'll block you once that's done. Dave, it's been a while since we last spoke. This is Maya, Allison's younger sister. I hope it's all right to contact you now.
Oh, Maya, it's been so long. It's good to hear from you.
First, I have to apologize for what my sister's done. She's gotten herself into quite a mess, and I honestly don't know how to apologize for it. It's such a serious issue, and I'm really lost for words about how to make it right. I never imagined things would turn out like this, and it's really hard to process.
No, Maya, there's no need for you to apologize on her behalf. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for you, but I guess I'm not surprised to hear that the news has reached you, right?
Yes, I think it was inevitable that you'd find out. Allison specifically told me not to say anything, but I couldn't keep it from you any longer. I'm currently taking care of Sally at my place.
Wait, what? Are you saying you're looking after Sally?
Yes, that's right. It wasn't safe for her to stay in our hometown, so I offered to have her stay with me for now. The thing is, my place is about an hour and a half away from you. It seemed like the best place to hide her without being easily discovered. I know it's far from where you live, but I thought it would be safer for her to be with me.
I see. That makes sense now. So that's why Sally has been missing school recently. Do you know where Allison is right now? Have you heard from her?
Allison rented a monthly apartment somewhere and has been staying there for the time being. I don't know exactly where she is, but I think she's trying to keep a low profile. I haven't spoken to her much since, and she hasn't given me any details about her exact location.
I see. And is there anything else you can tell me about what's been going on? Anything important?
Well, she's been focusing a lot on herself recently. She's mentioned that Brad is coming back from overseas in about 2 months. She's been busy preparing for his return, so she's been talking about polishing herself up before then.
Polishing herself up? What does that mean exactly?
She's been going to beauty salons for things like hair removal and skin treatments. I don't know how she's been able to afford it, but she's determined to make herself look as good as possible before Brad returns.
I never thought she had that kind of money left. Where's she getting the money for all these treatments?
I think it's from the savings she had when she was single, which her parents had been holding on to for her. She believes that if she marries someone wealthy like Brad, everything will be forgiven and all the mistakes will disappear. So she sees the money she's spending now on beauty treatments as a kind of investment in herself. She's hoping that the money spent now will pay off in the future.
I see. So she's essentially trying to reinvent herself for this guy she's after.
Yes, exactly. It's all part of her plan to turn things around. But there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I've already discussed it with our parents, and we were wondering if you'd be willing to take a paternity test to confirm whether you're Sally's biological father?
Wait, a paternity test? Are you asking me to take a test to find out if I'm Sally's father?
Yes, that's right. Our parents and I are convinced that you must be Sally's father. She looks so much like you, especially around the eyes. We can't imagine anyone else being her father except for you.
But Allison has been so sure that Brad is Sally's father. She's been adamant about it, and I've always believed her. I can't imagine her being wrong about this.
I understand how you feel, but after talking with Allison more, it seems she never actually checked the facts. She's just been saying that without making any efforts to verify it. I think it's important to get this cleared up once and for all.
Wait, you're telling me she never even bothered to find out?
No, apparently not. She's just been assuming that Brad is the father without making sure. It's frustrating, but I think we need to be absolutely certain about who Sally's father really is. For Sally's sake and for the future, it's important to get clarity on this.
That's unbelievable! I'm shocked that Allison never even thought to check. But I see your point. If we don't clear this up, there could be legal issues down the road. It's better to sort this out now than face complications in the future, especially if there are custody issues or any other legal processes.
Yes, exactly. Even though this might not seem like an urgent matter, it's crucial to get it resolved now while Sally is with me. I think now is the best time for us to do the test. What do you think?
Honestly, I've always thought Sally looked a lot like me. It's hard for me to accept the idea that she might not be my daughter. Even if someone tells me she isn't, it doesn't feel real. So I guess I'd be willing to do the test.
Great, thank you. Let's set up a time and place to meet so we can take the test. But we need to keep it a secret from Allison for now. We can't let her know what we're doing.
Understood. I'll arrange a day off from work as soon as I can and we can meet. Once I have the date set, I'll let you know so we can arrange the details.
By the way, Dave, there's something else I need to tell you. Sally wants to send you a message, and I'll be typing it out for her.
Wait, Sally's there with you?
Yes, she is. She's been asking to send you a message, so I'm just helping her with it. Would you be okay with me typing out a reply for her using simple English so she can read it?
Of course, I'll respond to her in as simple of writing as I can. Just let me know what she wants to say.
Okay, here it is.
Daddy, it's me.
Sally, it's Daddy.
I want Daddy, not Mama. I want to eat lots of Daddy's hamburgers.
Oh, that's so cute. I'll make you all the hamburgers you want, Sally. I promise I'll work hard to make them just for you.
Yay! I'll work hard too. I'll be a good girl.
Dave, it's Maya again. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Sally. She really wanted to speak to you. If you want to talk to her again, just send me a message. I'll let you know when's a good time for us to meet up. But please be careful when Allison comes by. We don't want you two to run into each other.
I understand. Thank you for keeping me updated, and thank you for taking care of Sally. I know it's not easy, but I'm grateful for your help.
It's no problem at all. I'm happy to look after her for now. She's in good hands with me. We'll get through this together. Once you're ready to meet up, just let me know and we'll figure out the details. Take care, Dave. What the hell is going on here? What do you mean by this DNA test for the child?
Did it arrive?
Yes, it arrived. I'm texting you now because I've already looked at the contents, and that's why I'm contacting you. I'm making sure you know about it.
Then it's decided. I'll take custody of Sally.
What are you talking about? Are you seriously telling me you want to take our daughter away from me? The child Brad and I had together, the result of our love? And you think I'm just going to hand her over to a complete stranger like you?
Did you really look at the documents properly? Are you sure you understand what you're talking about?
I looked at them, okay? You went through all of this trouble just because you don't want to divorce me? You think I'll just fall for some fabricated lie like this?
It's real. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to, but it's the truth. Whether you like it or not, those are the facts.
What? How can that be true?
As you can see, the results confirm that I'm Sally's biological father. I had the test done at 3 different places, and all 3 came back with the exact same result. There's no mistake here.
No, you're lying, right? But Sally is gorgeous, just like Brad. She's the spitting image of him with those good looks everyone admires. How could she possibly be your child? You're saying this rough-looking man like you could be her father?
So that's what you've been thinking all this time, huh? You've been using that flimsy reasoning to insist that Sally is Brad's child? Take a proper look at Sally's features. You'll see for yourself. She has the best of both of us in her looks. I'm not talking about just some passing resemblance. It's clear that she's a perfect blend of me and you. Sally is a living example of the two of us, and that's why I'm going to take her. She'll come with me.
No, even so, I am Sally's mother. I've carried her for 9 months, and I've cared for her since she was born. There's no way I'll ever give her up, not to you, not to anyone. Don't you know how much more favorable a mother is in a custody battle? Do you honestly think you stand a chance?
That's only true if you've been a decent mother to her, if you've done your part in raising her.
Huh?
It's not like you've done absolutely nothing for her. You've taken her to kindergarten and made sure she eats, but you're forgetting one thing. The day-to-day care, the constant attention, making sure she's comfortable, preparing everything she needs for the next day. I've done all of that, and I've done it more than you without question.
But that's not fair.
And I heard that ever since you left the house, you've practically abandoned Sally and left her in Maya's care most of the time.
What? Maya? She's been on your side all along?
Maya was never really your ally, you know. She was never fully on your side. She wasn't as supportive as you thought.
What do you mean by that? What are you saying?
And just so you know, I've managed to get in touch with Brad, and he's living overseas now.
What? How could you have Brad's overseas contact details? I didn't even know how to get in touch with him.
I reached out to a college friend who's been in contact with Brad. I asked him to help, and 3 days later, I got in touch with Brad directly.
Huh.
By the way, don't you realize you've gone completely off the rails just because you heard rumors about Brad coming back?
What are you talking about? What's this going off the rails nonsense?
Brad's coming back in about 2 weeks, by the way, and get this. He's coming back with his stunning blonde wife and their adorable half-Vietnamese son.
What? What did you just say?
When I mentioned you to him, he said he didn't even know we were married. When he left for overseas, he thought you were still single. He was planning on coming back and making some last memories before leaving America for good. He apologized for not knowing about our marriage and said it was his fault.
Wait a second. Brad, is he married? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. He's married.
No way.
And just so you know, even though he's returning to the U.S., it's only a temporary visit. After 2 weeks, he'll be going back to his home overseas.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that Brad is married and I can't marry him anymore? And Sally's not even his child? Then what was the point of me divorcing you in the first place?
I don't know. Either way, the divorce is happening whether you like it or not. That's already decided.
Wait, no. Please, you don't really want a divorce, do you? Don't you think we can work things out? We don't need to divorce.
Why would you say that? Why are you asking me that now?
Because Sally is our child. She's our daughter. Shouldn't that mean we could just go back to how things were before, right? We could go back to the way we were and everything would be okay again, right?
That's not how things work. It's not gonna go back to the way it was, and you know it. If you agree to this divorce without making things more complicated, I'll waive the property division and just cancel it out as part of the alimony settlement.
What? What are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
But listen up, I will still demand child support for Sally. I'll be expecting you to pay, and we can talk about the amount later.
Wait just a minute. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. You'll hear from my lawyer soon. Don't worry about that.
No. Hey! Let's just sit down and talk about this properly, okay? Please, I'm begging you. Please, can we? Reply to me!
From the tone of the messages, I braced myself for a long ordeal. But thanks to my younger sister Maya and my in-laws, who patiently explained things to me, I was able to get the divorce settled fairly quickly. In the end, the cause of all this turmoil was that Allison, hearing through someone else that Brad, the man who had found success overseas, was returning to the US, became overly excited. Without verifying the truth of the information, she let her emotions run wild and acted impulsively. This was the turning point that led to all the chaos, not only with Brad's return, but also with Sally's father. Considering how many unknowns there were in the situation, it's honestly baffling that she pushed forward as recklessly as she did. There were so many variables, so many things that could have gone wrong or turned out differently, and yet she didn't stop to think about any of them. It was almost as if she believed that acting on her excitement was the most important thing to do, regardless of the consequences. Yet despite everything, it seems that Allison still has some genuine feelings for her daughter, though her approach was, as usual, misguided. When it came to the child support payments, she did manage to transfer the full amount within the promised time frame, which was a small relief. At least she didn't neglect her obligations in that respect. However, even with this positive step, I can't help but feel that there's a great deal left for her to learn. It's clear that she has not fully come to terms with her actions and the impact they've had on everyone involved, including her own daughter. The impulsive behavior that led to the divorce, the way she ignored the facts in favor of her own excitement, these are not the actions of someone who's taken full responsibility for her mistakes. I only hope that in the future, she'll reflect on her decisions more carefully. It's crucial for her to realize that her behavior was not only reckless, but also hurtful. People can be impulsive, but there's a limit to how much damage that can cause before it becomes irreparable. I want her to take a step back and consider the consequences of her actions, not just for herself, but for everyone around her, especially her daughter. I can't say that I hold any great expectations that she'll change overnight, but the hope remains that she will one day recognize the depth of her rash decisions and learn from them. The way she's conducted herself in this situation reflects a lack of foresight, and if she is to be a good mother in the future, she needs to take a hard look at how her behavior has affected her family. For now, I can only wish for her to take a long, hard look at herself and grow. It's not just about the divorce or the money or any of the superficial things that have happened. The real work comes from within, in understanding where things went wrong, accepting responsibility, and then making a concerted effort to be better. That's all I can hope for, and maybe, just maybe, she'll get there. Time will tell, but for now, it's a matter of waiting and seeing if she will change for the better. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Erica. Erica, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, hi, Jasmine. What's going on? You sound pretty excited about something. I heard something really interesting about you the other day. I mean, I couldn't believe it at first, but now that I think about it, it all makes sense. Something interesting about me? Oh, what could that be? So apparently you're the daughter of the manager of that super famous French fry shop, Frenchy Fries? You know, the one that was featured on TV recently. Everyone's been talking about it. Oh, yeah, I guess you could say that. My dad's the manager of the main branch, and he's been running the place for a long time now. He's very hands-on with everything there, literally. He's usually the one cutting the potatoes by hand most of the time. Wow, that's so cool. So that means you totally know how to make those hand-cut fries too, right? I mean, it just makes sense if your dad is the one managing the place and doing all the work. Well, I mean, sort of. I've watched him do it a lot over the years, so I guess I've picked up a thing or two. But honestly, my attempts are more of an amateur imitation. It's nothing compared to the real deal. Still, that's really impressive. I bet you could make fries that are almost as good as the ones at the shop if you tried. And I'm guessing the shop's been getting a ton of customers ever since that TV feature aired. Am I right? Yeah, from what I've heard, business has been booming lately. The TV feature definitely helped bring in a lot of new customers. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, by the way, I'll take 5 servings for my family, okay? Wait, what? 5 servings? What are you talking about? Yeah, 5 servings of fries. You know, it's New Year's Eve today, and we thought fries would be a great treat to celebrate. So I'm placing an order for delivery. Just to clarify, you telling me about it doesn't actually count as placing an order. If you want to order delivery, you'll need to call the shop directly and place a proper order. Oh, come on, we're mom friends, aren't we? Can't you just handle this for me? It's not like I'm asking for anything complicated, it's just fries. Even if we are, I can't start doing personal favors like this. If I do it for one person, I'll never be able to stop. Everyone would start asking me for favors, and it would quickly get out of hand. Oh, stop being so difficult. It's not like I'm going to tell the other moms about it. This can just stay between us. That's not really the issue here. Fine. Listen, here's the situation. My in-laws are visiting us right now, and my mother-in-law, in particular, saw the feature about Frenchy fries on TV. She got super excited about trying it, so she called earlier to place an order. But guess what? She was told that they weren't taking any more orders for delivery today because it's already fully booked for New Year's Eve. She got turned down, and now she's really disappointed. Oh, I see. Yeah, I did hear that the shop decided to stop taking delivery orders for today. It's probably because they were worried they'd be overwhelmed by the sheer number of requests after the TV feature aired. Exactly. That's why I need you to step in and help me out here. You're the manager's daughter. You can pull some strings, can't you? Pull some strings? Yeah, I already told my mother-in-law that I'm friends with the manager's daughter and that I could get us 5 servings. I can't go back to her now and say, sorry, I couldn't actually do it. That's just not an option. Well, in that case, why not just go to the shop directly and eat there? Are you saying that if I go, you'll use your connections to make sure we don't have to wait in line? No, I'm saying you'd have to wait in line just like everyone else. That's not going to work for me. What's the point of being the manager's daughter if you're not going to use your connections to help out? I'm telling you, I don't have any special connections to use. That's ridiculous. Of course you do. Stop being so stingy and just ask your dad to make an exception. I keep telling you, special treatment like that isn't possible. Oh, come on. You're a wife, just like me. You should understand where I'm coming from here. Understand? Yeah. Doesn't it feel amazing to have the upper hand with your mother-in-law? What? What are you talking about? You know, being able to do something she can't. It feels so good to one-up her. I have no idea what you mean. You've got to be kidding me. No, seriously, my mother-in-law is one of the kindest, most gentle people I know. She absolutely hates conflict and treats me like I'm her own daughter. I really love and respect her, so honestly, I've never even considered trying to one-up her or whatever it is you're talking about. That's insane. Mother-in-laws are supposed to be the enemy. They're nasty, meddlesome old witches by default. I understand that some people have difficult relationships with their in-laws, but that's not my experience at all. Whatever. Forget about that. The point is, I've already told my mother-in-law that I can get her those fries. So I need you to make it happen. 5 servings delivered to my house at exactly 7 p.m. I already said that I can't do that. Telling me doesn't count as placing a proper order, and I'm not in a position to make exceptions. Oh, for crying out loud. You're seriously going to make this difficult for me? Fine, I'll figure something else out. And just so you know, I still don't think it's fair that you're not using your position to help out a friend. Well, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I hope you can understand. Hey, Erica, what's going on? It's already past 7. I just called the store to double check on the order for the fries, and guess what they said? They told me that there was no record of any order being placed. Can you believe that? I mean, how could this happen? After all the effort I went through to trust you with this, I didn't think you'd let me down like this. Honestly, I thought that even after you told me earlier that it was impossible, you'd come through for me anyway as a friend. Isn't that what friends do? I really believed you'd manage to find a way to pull some strings and make it happen. But no, instead, you've gone and left me in the lurch. This is just awful. Why aren't you answering my calls, Erica? What is going on with you? Are you seriously ignoring me right now? And another thing, why haven't you even read my messages? They're still showing as unread. Is this your way of brushing me off? Is this some kind of joke to you? No way you haven't seen them. So what's stopping you from responding? You owe me an explanation, Erica. Stop ignoring me and pick up your phone. Okay, listen up. I've made a decision, and here's what's going to happen now. I told my family that the reason we couldn't get the fries delivered is because there was a mistake on your part and on the store's end. So to solve this little problem, we've decided that we'll just come over to your house instead. Problem solved, right? Look, you're probably already prepared to feed your own family tonight, aren't you? And I bet you've got some of those fries already made, probably hand-cut by you yourself. You can just give us those. That should be more than enough for 5 people. Don't worry about anything else. We'll handle the rest. We're coming over with the entire family. Me, my husband, the kids, and even my in-laws. We'll be there in 30 minutes, so I expect you to have everything ready by the time we arrive. That means fries for 5 people, all set and good to go. Oh, and just so we're clear, this isn't up for debate. You broke your promise earlier, so this is your punishment. You don't get to say no to this. Hey, Erica, I know you're at home. Don't try to deny it. I can't believe you've gone and turned off all the lights in your house just to pretend that you're not home. That's incredibly mean and childish. What kind of person does that? Listen to me. Today is the last day of the year, okay? It's New Year's Eve. Shouldn't we both be doing everything we can to end the year on a positive note? Shouldn't we be wrapping up the year with good vibes and a sense of accomplishment? Don't you think that's what we should be focusing on right now? So why don't you just open the door and let us in? My kids are outside in the freezing cold crying because they're hungry and uncomfortable. And did I mention that my in-laws are with us? Both my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are standing out here too. Even my husband is furious with how you're treating us. He's saying that your behavior is completely unreasonable and disrespectful. We came all the way here in this cold weather just to give you the chance to make things right. The least you can do is let us in and serve us the fries. My messages? Are you seriously leaving me on unread again? Are you kidding me right now? This is beyond frustrating, Erica. I've had enough of your nonsense. Open the door already. Wait, what is this? I just checked my phone now and I could swear I made it very clear I said no. On top of that, barging into my home, who's the one being unreasonable here? Oh, so you finally decided to respond. Erica, this is beyond cruel. You wouldn't believe the chaos you left behind after ignoring me. I was humiliated. You refused to come out even though we were at your doorstep, and because of that, my in-laws called me a liar. My husband demanded an explanation, and my kids couldn't stop crying. In the end, we had to settle for crappy fries from the convenience store. You embarrassed me in front of my whole family. How could you do this to me? You're unbelievable. Listen, Jasmine. What? Let me stop you right there. Don't bother apologizing because it is far too late for that now. First of all, I wasn't ignoring you. I wasn't even home. Since 2 days ago, my family and I have been away visiting my parents. What? Visiting your parents? Yes, the TV feature on Frenchy fries caused a huge surge in business at my dad's store, the main branch, which also happened to be my childhood home. Because of that, the whole family went back early to help out. Today has been nonstop chaos since the shop opened its doors, and the only time I could check my phone was during my short break earlier this evening when I messaged you back. We just closed up shop and are finally taking a breather now. That's why I couldn't get back to you earlier. So you're saying you weren't ignoring me? Well, you might as well have been. What do you mean? You keep using these grand words like visiting my parents or going back home, but let's not pretend it's something fancy. You just walked to your parents' house, which is close enough to count as a part of your neighborhood. Isn't that right? So when I called the store earlier to check on my delivery, you were there all along, weren't you? Don't play innocent. You were ignoring me. Jasmine, what exactly are you trying to say? You heard me. Don't try to dodge this. Here's what's going to happen. You'll head back to your house right now, grab 5 orders of fries from the store, and bring them to me and my family. Oh, and you'll apologize while serving them to us. Obviously, I am not paying for this. Think of it as making up for the mess you caused. That's the least you can do to make this right. Jasmine, are you under the impression that Frenchy Fries is the same as the local branch near my house? What are you talking about, local branch? The main store, where my dad works as the manager, is located in a different state entirely. The one near my home is run by someone who trained under my father. It's a franchise, but it's not directly under his management. So what? Get your dad's apprentice on the phone and tell them to prepare the fries immediately. Use your influence. Jasmine, I don't have that kind of authority. I'm not in any position to make such demands. Besides, that store is already closed, and I heard they sold out earlier in the day. You can't be serious. Also, just so you know, your husband called mine. I explained everything to him. What? Wait, how does your husband even have my husband's number? They exchanged contact information at one of the kindergarten events. Apparently, they've chatted a few times since then. Unbelievable. Now my husband and my mother-in-law are furious with me because of you. I think they're upset because of your behavior, Jasmine. Honestly, I can't blame them. You tried to force me into an unreasonable situation, and now you're facing the consequences. That's on you. I was trying to help out by arranging 5 orders of fries for my in-laws. That's not unreasonable. Oh, I see. So now you've locked yourself in the bathroom? What? How did you even know that? Because your husband has been texting mine in real time, complaining about what's happening. You've got to be kidding me. He also asked me to send screenshots of our chat history so he can understand what's been going on. I already sent them to him. What? Erica, stop this right now. Sorry, Jasmine, but I'm done here. I won't be replying to any more of your messages. Goodbye. After that, the updates from Jasmine's husband kept coming in through various channels. He seemed to have taken it upon himself to share everything about their situation with others, making sure there was no ambiguity about the state of things at home. The whole ordeal became a topic of conversation among many people who knew Jasmine and her family, and as her husband's frustration grew, so did the volume of his updates. The situation, which initially seemed like just another domestic dispute, was starting to unfold in a way that caught the attention of those who had been around them. Apparently, Jasmine ended up ringing in the new year locked inside the bathroom. It was a strange and dramatic choice of place to spend the holiday, but it seems Jasmine had made that decision in a moment of emotional overwhelm. Her husband's account of the events painted a picture of a woman who, at that point, had no idea how to handle the growing tensions in her marriage. The bathroom, of all places, became her refuge in that moment of despair, her way of retreating from everything that felt like it was spiraling out of control. As the new year passed and things settled into routine, her husband and mother-in-law came to our house to apologize. This was a rather unexpected move, given the nature of their previous interactions with us. They showed up in the spirit of making amends, attempting to smooth things over and restore some semblance of peace. But their story was quite revealing. According to what they shared, it turns out Jasmine had been attempting to take advantage of one of her friends who ran a small restaurant. She had even tried to request French cuisine from this friend, which was, as it turns out, a step too far. The restaurant owner's family caught wind of Jasmine's attempts to take advantage of their hospitality, and as you can imagine, complaints quickly followed. This revelation put Jasmine in a very unfavorable light, especially among those who had previously seen her as a person of a certain status. However, Jasmine's mother-in-law, who had her own competitive tendencies, seemed to downplay the seriousness of Jasmine's actions. From her perspective, Jasmine's desire to boast about her connections and impress others took precedence. In a strange twist, she blamed the situation on us. Apparently, we were the ones at fault for not obeying Jasmine's wishes, which, in her mind, justified Jasmine's extreme reaction. According to the narrative shared by her husband and mother-in-law, Jasmine had been left feeling as though no one understood her or respected her position, and this led her to make the decision to leave. In a dramatic and impulsive act, she stood up, walked out, and went back to her parents' house all by herself. This course of action, though, was not just about her leaving in anger. From Jasmine's perspective, it seemed like she believed her actions would convey a very specific message. She probably thought that by leaving like that, she would show everyone just how important she was. The message she seemed to want to send was clear. Don't you all realize how much you need me? How can you function without me? It was an ultimatum of sorts, a challenge for everyone around her to reflect on their behavior and start appreciating her more. In her mind, this was supposed to make everyone understand how vital she was to the household. However, her husband, who was by now completely fed up with her behavior, began to see things in a different light. Instead of seeing her actions as a call for introspection, he saw them as the culmination of a much deeper issue in their relationship. He had been patient up to this point, trying to navigate the tensions between Jasmine and everything else. But Jasmine's extreme response, her need to create a dramatic exit, pushed him to the edge. It was no longer about trying to understand her or work things out. It was about recognizing the unhealthiness of the situation. At this point, he decided he had had enough. He started making preparations for a divorce, marking the beginning of the end of their marriage. The preparation for divorce wasn't something that happened overnight, of course. There were likely many discussions, many silent moments, and a lot of emotional turmoil leading up to this decision. But Jasmine's actions, including her dramatic departure, seemed to have finally shattered whatever was left of the fragile bond they once had. Her husband's move toward divorce was not just about the incident with the restaurant or her decision to lock herself in the bathroom on New Year's Eve. It was about the deep-seated issues that had built up over time. Her husband realized that, for all the promises of change and reconciliation, Jasmine's behavior had only intensified the problems in their marriage and led to their eventual divorce.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.